But 260 horsepower in a minivan like this is enough. It's peppy enough. Get you from point A to point B. It's comfortable, it has a lot of room, and it's pretty spacious. And before y'all start making fun of me saying that this car is filthy, remember, somebody's offsprings were in this car, so I don't expect it to be clean all the time. Your average minivan, you know? Not bad, really. This is not really this car's strongest suit. So the 60 comes in a good 7 to 8 seconds, depending on the terrain, and this one is the front-wheel drive version, so we're not exactly taking off with maximum efficiency and minimum tire spin. 2024 Chrysler Pacifica Touring. One of the coolest minivans money can buy. And yes, if you're wondering why they named it the Pacifica, I have no clue, but it's calming, you know? It doesn't make you feel like you're in any kind of sports car. Though you can get the S model, which gets you blacked out grills and everything, but we're not talking about that. Quick specs, 3.6 liter V6, 260 horsepower, front wheel drive, 9-speed automatic transmission, and very, very simple. And for 2024, you know these cars have a lot of features now. And if I were to show you the key, you'll be surprised the amount of buttons this thing has. Like, look at this. We got our lock, unlock, open the hatch, remote start, and our doors. So we're gonna start with a quick little remote start. Let me close the hood because I'm pretty sure the hood is open. That's another heads up for you. Your remote start will not work if the hood is open. So there we go. Now let's try this one more time. Remote start action now. There we go. It's very, very quiet actually. Almost too quiet. Open up your hatch, double tap this little bad boy. Simple and straightforward. And before y'all start making fun of me of how dirty it is, I'll give you a reason when I get inside. Automatic doors make you feel fancy. Like, look at the side profile of this thing. It's just beautiful. And the fact that I can control all of this just from my key makes loading up people, stuff, everything very simple. And if you look in front, you can see the beautiful daytime running lights. And look at the hood. Not much going on, just a little bit of an indent going on. Chrome bits everywhere. If you get the blacked out version, it looks a little bit extra sporty. Now, if you hop inside, boom, tons of seating space. And you can fold these seats down, you can fold these seats down as well. You can have a clear view of your driver and what they're doing and what they're watching. And I can still close my doors for my keys. It's nice, like, it's very nice. Would you call it luxury? Well, to be fair, you're not gonna be getting a minivan for the luxury. Okay, turn down, please. The screen is the thing I kind of hate the most. It's kind of slow, slightly slow, you know? Now, quick look around. Very good materials. Nothing surprisingly creaks in this thing. Everything is like pretty solid around. My Prindle right here. Do we have a sport mode? No, not really. But the saving grace of this thing is the amount of storage. We got storage over here. We got storage over here. We have more storage in here for your phone. So I'm gonna place this bad boy in here. Right there, you can put it here. Or if you wanna, you can put it a little bit lower, like right there. You have more storage back here. Your glove box kind of far away, so you kind of gotta reach, make your passenger do all the extra work. You have your glove box right there. You got more storage over here. Like, this thing is meant to haul people, nothing more and nothing less. But if we go on the road with this thing, let's say you're worried that you're gonna be the stereotypical minivan owner. Alright, so the camera cut out on me while I was in the middle of talking, but as I was saying, if you don't want to be, let's say, the stereotypical minivan owner and you want to be somewhat cool, this is arguably one of the better options, because this thing has a very, very peppy engine. This is the 3.6 liter Pentastar V6, the same engine they will put in their V6 Chargers, their Challengers, their Chryslers, and their trucks. So you know this engine gets around very, very much, and from the looks of it, it's pretty reliable. And you can kind of tweak it a little bit since it's also in their sports cars. You already know there's a community out there that specializes in making those engines faster. But let's look at our competitors real quick. We got the Honda Odyssey, which honestly Not gonna lie, has the coolest name out there, the Odyssey, because if I get a minivan like this, I'm expecting to go on an adventures. I'm expecting to be out and about on a little Odyssey. So the Honda Odyssey kind of takes the cake when it comes to the naming system of it. Just saying. This thing, on the other hand, takes the cake in a little bit of extra luxury. Like, none of these materials creak, as I mentioned before. It's all pretty solid. And before you guys make fun of me saying that this car is filthy, which, I mean, to be honest, it really is kind of filthy. The thing is, if you ever get a minivan, you're not gonna get a minivan that's gonna be spotless clean every single time. Cause we all know we're putting your precious cargo in the back, you're putting your offspring in the back. So you cannot judge me by saying, why are you reviewing a dirty minivan? Cause there was someone's offspring in the back and we didn't get the time to clean it, and they kind of need this car quite a bit, so I can't really have it to myself for that long. Again, which is fair. You have kids in the back, you have your offspring, they make a mess. You might have to clean it up every once in a while, which is fair. That's why your minivan is always dirty, so you're never gonna get a minivan that's gonna be clean 100% of the time unless it's sitting somewhere waiting to be reviewed. Which this one is not sitting somewhere waiting to be reviewed. That's literally it. Okay, so it looks like my camera decided to say no, I'm not recording anything for now, but we had some quick technical difficulties, but we're back, and look at this, we're just about to hop onto the highway. So naturally we're gonna do a quick acceleration test, give you guys a little teaser of what this 3.6 is capable of, because it's not your average minivan, you know. Not bad, really. Will you be able to, okay, the thing is, you're not going to be getting a minivan for the performance of this thing. So this is not really this car's strongest suit. 0 to 60 comes in a good 7 to 8 seconds, depending on the terrain, and this one is the front wheel drive version. So we're not exactly taking off with maximum efficiency and minimum tire spin. But 260 horsepower in a minivan like this is enough. It's peppy enough. Get you from point A to point B. It's comfortable, it has a lot of room, and it's pretty spacious. And before y'all start making fun of me saying that this car is filthy, remember, somebody's offsprings were in this car, so I don't expect it to be clean all the time. And yes, this thing is still pretty peppy for a big, gigantic 7-seater. And if you're wondering about safety features, we got blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, which we're gonna activate right now and set to the highest, and our cruise control is set just like that. Do we have lane keep assist? No, we don't. Yeah, those are pretty much all the safety features we got running for us right now. But again, let's say you don't want to be a boring minivan owner. What other options would there be if you don't want this one? I'm here to kind of like persuade you to say that this one might be a little bit better than what you expect. Though it might not have the best gas mileage compared to its other competitors, which have 4 cylinders. This one has a 3.6 liter V6. This one, arguably, has a little bit more tech, to say the least. It feels a little bit more modern. Look at our Prindle. Look at this, electronic parking brake. All of this is pretty nice. And if you're wondering about our storage, we got storage over here for your pennies. We got more storage right behind me. We got storage over here. If you're wondering about your glove box, it's too far for me to try and reach while driving. So get your passenger to do that. If you don't have a passenger, why do you have a big minivan by yourself? Anyway, I digress. Maybe you're going somewhere by yourself and you just need a minivan to load up a bunch of cargo in the back. We listen and we do not judge. But let's say you want the car to feel a little bit more sporty, a little bit more punchy. You see this L right here? It means for lower gears. Keeps the car in the lowest possible gear at any given time, making the car feel a little bit more snappy, a little bit more jagged. But that's not the point of this car. Even though it is still nice to have this feature. We don't have a dedicated sport mode, so having this is nice. And yeah, you can take off still kind of quick. The main point of this thing is comfort. How comfortable would you be transporting your precious cargo around? So let's talk about our suspension. Our suspension is very, very soft. It's comfortable. It's good for the road trips. Although the Honda Odyssey 110% has a cooler name than a Chrysler Pacifica, I'm not gonna lie. The Odyssey makes it feel like I'm actually gonna go on a journey, on an adventure, go somewhere random and enjoy life. This one is more passive, makes me feel a little bit more passive, even though it has the most performance compared to its competitors. It's just more relaxed. And since we're getting into traffic, our adaptive cruise control is working a little bit overtime, just making sure I stay safe. It would be nice if it had lane keep assist and a little bit of extra features. Again, we still have a lot of room, so if let's say my siblings, because I don't have any offspring, let's say my siblings are in the back, it would be nice if they had, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe a little bit more tech to keep their minds off of me, to be honest. Essentially, in a nutshell, really. But again, our suspension is still pretty soft. At high compressions where I have to go for something a little bit rough and kind of quick, it's like, it gets a little bit rough, but there, you're really not putting this car in any sketchy situations where the suspension has to work overtime, you know? This car is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and for the average person who doesn't want to spend a lot of money for a Sprinter van, this thing is really, really good. And it's affordable, it's a Chrysler, it's cheap to fix, cheap to own, cheap to maintain. There is almost legit no downsides to this car. And for whatever reason, if you find a downside, it's honestly not that big of a deal. Still pretty good, tons of space, and honestly, a lot of trims as well. Because the thing is, this car has so many trims. You can get the S model, which is a little bit more sporty. You can get a plug-in hybrid, you can get a mild hybrid, you can get it in all-wheel drive. Like, the options are limitless. So if you're worried that the basic 3.6 liter V6 doesn't have enough good gas mileage for you, you can always just get a plug-in hybrid. That solves your issue instantaneous, just like that. If you're worried that, oh no, I don't, actually, there's really not much to worry about this car. You're getting a minivan for a specific reason. The average person is not looking at a minivan and be like, you know what, this would be a nice car for a commuter. You're getting this thing to haul people, and for what it does, it has the space, it has the power to get you from point A to point B. It's comfortable enough, the seats are comfy. Everything about this car is pretty nice. It's pretty soft, the point where there's no reason for you to be like, you know, it's not even like that whatsoever. So overall, at the end of the day, you know the reason you're getting a Chrysler, you know the reason you're getting a minivan, and that reason is that you need to tow people. You need to tow some people, pick up some stuff. Maybe you have kids who want to do hockey or something. It's still a good minivan, arguably one of the best, and also definitely the best looking one. But anyway guys, this has been Morty, 2024 Chrysler Pacifica. Take care guys, and peace.